Yo, welcome back to the channel, guys. Well, we're here, Glovegate time. So I'm gonna allow Checkmate here to address the audience who's here. So Checkmate, go right ahead, bro.
You put it on one check.
Can you hear me?
Just having some technical tip. What would you say?
Go ahead and address the crowd.
What's
man.
going on, everybody? I know y'all was waiting. Okay, yeah, I know you guys are waiting, for this brutal annihilation. But we're actually rescheduling for Sunday.
Yes.
Okay, and somebody's gonna catch a body. That's all I'm gonna say.
Indeed, the Undertaker was present here earlier. He was waiting. All right, he's got a grave all dug up, buried for Glovegate. All right. So we'll just do this again. Nika is here. She's going to be the guest moderator for the debate, and again, it's going to be Sunday now. Yes, Sunday at the same time. There it is.
We'll be using this on Sunday, okay?
She's gonna make sure we follow all the rules, and we got all the rules prepared. I'll ask you again publicly, Checkmate. Now I know we met privately, went over all the rules. We did a coin flip to decide who would go first. Nika flipped the coin for us. Checkmate won, so he decided
and I like
that
tails, and I got the tails. Absolutely.
Yeah, he wanted to go second. So I'll offer you again, since you're in my house. I want to be hospitable to you. Okay, you can go first if
it's
you
the
like.
Same
man.
coin flip. No. I want you to go. You're passionate about it, and I want to hear what you got to say. So when I rebut, you know what I mean, I can understand your points that you're bringing up, and then I can, you know what I mean. So,
okay. Well, like I said, I was just we got a super chat here. Sly Tendencies, what's up, man? Thank you for the $2 super chat. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not going to happen tonight, guys. We're going to do it Sunday, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Guest moderator, Knockouts with Nika. She will be moderating the debate between Checkmate and myself, and we'll just do some real light stuff here to get everybody prepared, man. So, I'd like to know, Checkmate, what do you feel is the strongest evidence that Fury possibly cheated against Wilder in the first and second fight?
Well, I'm not going to give you my, knockout punch, but I will say, look, you see him, you see how he's slick. He tried to grease the wheels, but I will say
it
again,
up, man. That's all. This is a press conference.
I see. Look. This is the press conference. I like that. Yeah, look, he got his pen over there taking notes. Here, let me slide this in.
Hey,
but
I keep my hands
again,
up.
Once a cheater, always a cheater. Hey, listen, once a cheater, always a cheater. And if you've cheated before, you're going to cheat again. But that's not the knockout blow. And remember, when we're talking about the cheating with the gloves, it wasn't just one fight with Wilder that he cheated with the gloves. So don't just say, I got you. We're talking about this fight. No, we're talking about the fact that if he's cheating with one fight, and we'll show the evidence that it looks, again, the possibility he's cheating with the other. So either way, your guy's a cheater, and I'm going to prove that.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm not a Fury fan. I don't really like the guy, to be quite honest with you. I actually picked Wilder to knock this guy out in the first and the second fight. So I was not happy that I was wrong in my prediction both times. What I was not happy about was the fact that he made excuses after the fight. And then when you say something like, hey, the man cheated me, he tampered with his gloves, and, he hit me with his knuckles, and he was sliding his hand down, and that there was egg weights in the second fight and padding removed. Like, I need to see some proof of that, man. If you're gonna claim cheating, I need to see real substantial evidence of that, because me on this channel, I put boxing first. So accusations like this are not good for the sport. That's obvious. So if there is real cheating, I want to know, and I want Fury's ass out. That's always been my stance on it. The problem is the evidence that's been presented is not good evidence. Matter of fact, some of it's not even evidence at all. So that's what I'll say.
I wanted to use this today. I'm going to use it.
She had to check it out. She had to check it out.
Make sure it's working. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, this is the thing here. So you got to understand, I was a fan of Fury. You know what I mean? So for me, I liked Fury because I liked his personality. I thought he was an excellent boxer, great upper body movement, head movement. You know what I mean? So it's nothing against Fury's skill level. This is my issue. My issue is the fact that he cheated. So when you cheat, you can't give that person the same reverence. You know, it's just like if somebody takes steroids and they're caught and they're banned for using steroids or any type of PEDs, you can't give them the same reverence. Like Conor Ben was my favorite UK boxer.
Well,
The fact that he said, well, at the current crop, because there's nothing right now. Ted Cheeseman, come on now. Come on. So there's nothing to really watch in the UK fights. So Conor Ben, I just felt like he has a lot of energy. He's still perfecting his craft. He's not all the way there yet, but I like the fact that he was ferocious. You know what I mean? So when he cheated, I kind of washed my hands off of him. You know what I mean? I'm just that's just the way it is. I can't give him full credit.
So you don't believe that a man can be rehabilitated? He's tainted for life after one violation?
Well,
I mean, I'm just asking. It doesn't matter what your answer is. You know?
Well, anybody could be rehabilitated, but if you have a pattern of deception, you have a pattern of deception. That is who you are. Okay. And when you have your promoter lying out the yin yang for you, then what is that? So not only are you lying, now you got the man helping you cover up and don't want the evidence to come out. You know?
And we're talking about Fury here, or are we talking about Conor Ben?
Well, we were talking about Conor Ben, but just in general, like when it comes to Fury, okay, Fury was banned. He was banned for 2 years, right? He had a 2-year suspension for cheating with the steroids, right? And he told the Martin Careford was the beef farmer, and Fury said, it came from wild boar.
Yes, I remember that.
They paid this guy, right? So what credibility did this guy have? Because all of a sudden, Martin Careford had to retract his story. Why? Because those mobsters came to visit him, and then after he retracted his story, he says his life is in danger. So all of this.
I'll ask you this.
Hold on. And hold on. Let me Checkmate is the LDB. Let me tell you something.
I knew you were going to say that. You said you don't read the chat.
I don't because we're not having a debate. Per se. I just like, okay. Let me look.
Let's stick to here first. Let's stick to here first.
Okay. Let me put my blinders on. Let me get all of that.
So let me ask you this, Checkmate. Since you said Fury had a history of cheating, right? You got banned,
yes,
which is all true, right? There's nobody that can deny that. That's all true. However, my issue with that is this all happened prior to the first fight with Wilder. So they knew that going in, yet there was no accusations of cheating until many months after the second fight. Wilder himself didn't come out till I believe October of 2020 during the COVID pandemic, when he made that video with the creepy piano playing in the background, where he finally said, I felt that he cheated. So like, why did all this all of a sudden become an issue when we knew Fury cheated before and it was never brought up?
Well, we all brought that up. We knew Fury was banned, but when this came out, it's like, okay,
that's my question.
Well, then you start shaking the rug. You start looking at and see all those skeletons that are buried. Then you say, oh, okay, this is a pattern. Okay. Now the thing about it is, again, Fury has been even a referee in the ring has checked his gloves in the ring. You know what I mean? Where he had his thumb detached and everything else. Okay. Where that fight should not have. No, they didn't. They allowed him to fight. Just like they allowed Terrence Crawford to fight with his battered gloves. Okay. So again, sometimes you get that hometown cooking and people let things ride where they shouldn't let it ride. So when it comes to cheating, it's about integrity. So it's, if he cheated before and he has a pattern, if I could show you that he cheated 3 times, or who's the benefit of the doubt going to go to with a fourth time?
I have a question, just for my research purposes. So you're saying if a guy cheats one time, he's always gonna cheat, right? I just want to take I'm single, so I want to make
Oh
sure
my
that
goodness.
I'm just asking.
Oh my God.
I'm just taking mental notes. Because I always think that too, but
we can have that conversation on your channel. We can have that conversation later, and I'll go all about men and nature and love and all that good stuff.
So let me ask you this, Checkmate. Now this is from the first fight.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that that's Tyson Fury's knuckles right there, and not the palm of his hand?
That is. I can't tell you what that is, but I can tell you his glove, that you should not be seeing that. I could tell you that particular glove was extended. I could tell you that from the left hand to the right hand, where the tape was exposed, that it was a several inches different, that the glove was actually pulled down. That's a 100% fact.
So you think that his hand was not in the proper position, is what you're saying, right?
Because that picture you showed, I wasn't going to show that. That's been floating around, but I was going to show other things, but I wasn't going to show that picture because I can't tell what that is. What I saw was flesh. Look at like I said, I can't tell what that was. What I saw was flesh, but I was look, he was waiting to drop that. But see, my whole point is I wasn't going to show that.
Now you're already showing your hand. Come on, that's supposed to say.
He's showing. Look. I know, right? He's.
This is easy. This is easy work for me. That's why this is easy work for me. Right. I mean, we all know this. I'm just gonna say right now, we all know that when a fighter gets his hand wrapped, right, you don't cover the palm of the hand with tape. You just don't. You can see it all the time. Every time a fight's over, the fighter takes their gloves off. You see the palm of the hand is always exposed, and you know why? Because when you wrap a man's hands for a fight, they cut away pieces so that you can dig in and make a fist. That's called a pull bar. That's what it's called in hand wrapping.
I've never heard of. Okay, yeah, you just educated me on something, because I've never heard the fact that they cut tape in the middle of the palm. I've never heard that. Mm-hmm. Usually when a hands is wrapped, I always see the hands totally wrapped. So cutting out the palm, I've never seen that. Like I said, I wasn't even going to bring up that picture or that. The evidence that I have is about, again, well, I'm not going to give you the full tilt of it, but the fact, you know what I mean?
But you do believe that there was glove tampering then in the first and second
100%. Yes, okay. yes, 100%. I mean, the evidence showed it. Yeah, the evidence showed it.
And you believe that picture that I showed with the big red circle, let me get it back again. This is from the first fight. This is the evidence, right?
Yeah, remember, that wasn't even going to be a part of that's a part of your presentation. I wasn't even going to show anything like that. This
one too, right?
GFunky showing all your
that's all right. I'm fully prepared to rock. I'm prepared to rock.
That's why I need. Well, Checkmate to have all his ducks in a row.
Well, for me, I don't.
This is gonna be good because y'all seem very ready for war with all your evidence and stuff like that. So I'll be here ready to stop the madness if it gets too crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying again. We're just trying to do.
And I don't have.
Go ahead.
And I don't have any still pictures. Yeah, so I don't have any still pictures. All of mine is video evidence.
Okay, that's fine. I have some video too that I will show Sunday. But again, this is the press conference, so we're getting
right.
The fans hyped.
Get ready, right? Absolutely
ready.
I love that you take to the press conference. Hype the fight up for Sunday.
Yes, guys. Don't miss it, guys. It's gonna be good this Sunday. All right, we're gonna do it today. Checkmate is having some difficulties with his video files, so we will change it. Excuse me, to Sunday, and don't miss it. Set the notification bell. Okay, set it right now if you haven't got it set. This way, it notifies you at least 30 minutes before the show starts, and then you'll show up 30 minutes later when we're live. So
Are you gonna? Can you create the link for the YouTube like now so I can like share it on my You know how you could set the broadcast time and stuff like that for Sunday.
yeah.
And then it shows up on your YouTube page. That way I can share it on my page and stuff so everybody can tune.
Yeah. I'll set that up as soon as I can't do it while we're live.
Yeah.
But I'll set it up as soon as we're done. More PMC says, I heard there's a second weigh-in tomorrow as well.
I know, but this is so crazy. Papoose 316. I was thinking about that. I was thinking like, when I asked like once a cheater, always a cheater, and Lamont Peterson crossed my mind. That is so weird. Papoose, give me some lotto numbers because I literally was thinking that like 5 minutes ago.
Well, my theory is if once I'm an honest person. So my theory is once someone lies, steal, or cheat, I will always in the back of my mind think they're capable of lying, stealing, and cheating. So you hold, you know what I mean? There's certain people once they cross a certain line, you hold them in a certain regard.
So what about?
So I'm a very honest and trustworthy person, huh?
What about Lamont Peterson?
What about him?
He tested. He tested dirty for peds.
Well, he's probably been doing it for a longer time. If he tested once, that means he probably did it dozens of times without getting caught.
I'll tell you my theory on it, man. Boxing doesn't give a shit about performance enhancers in the sport, because if they did, they would make every fighter test just like the other sports do. You see the guys in the NFL, they all get tested randomly all year round. Same thing with Major League Baseball. Same thing with the NBA. Boxing is the only sport where you volunteer to be tested. That's what the VADA stands for, Volunteer Doping Agency. It should be mandatory if they really cared about it, but they don't. So until they start cracking down hard on it, personally, I'm looking at everybody that, hey, you're probably on something,
But you know what I hate about some of the testing is like they'll test the fighters and then the fight will happen and then the results don't come back until after the fight. And I'm just like, wait, and then they'll test positive. So what's the point of taking the test if I already fought the fighter and he tested positive? Like I was fighting a dirty fighter. How does that even make sense? To fight someone after they're tested, but you don't get the results yet. You don't get the results until after the fight. Because that's what happened with Frank Cruz and what's her name?
With the Jimenez.
Her results didn't come back until after the fight, and you could clearly
she looked like
fucking popping dirty. She sounded like
she was transitioning though.
She was Barry
She
White.
was transitioning.
I don't give a fuck.
What'd you say?
But she was sounding like Barry White after the fight, And when they interviewed her, and I'm just like, I already knew that she was fucking doping. I was like, oh, this lady's freaking voice is deeper than Barry White.
Yeah.
And then sure enough, her test came back dirty. I was like, oh, she already fought her. So what's the point of taking the test if you don't get the results until afterwards? Like people get killed in the ring.
And you know what? And WBC Mauricio stood right behind her and beside her and supported her. You know what I mean? And that was horrible. So there's a lot of favoritism.
He's the one that made the WBC clean program, remember? But yet he doesn't apply any of the rules. So like that's why I say my stance is this: until boxing takes it seriously, I'm not going to waste my time talking about it until they actually do something about it. They obviously don't care. I mean, in some of the cases we know, right, from the past, Oscar De La Hoya fought Fernando Vargas. The guy was shredded for that fight, and he never looked shredded like that before. Nobody had any suspicion at the time, but turns out we found out 3 days later the man tested positive for steroids. But he got knocked out in that fight.
The testing that's done, it needs to come back before the fight. Like
yes. Sometimes it takes weeks.
You don't fight a dirty fighter.
Like one of the most controversial issues in that happened recently was when Oscar Valdez tested positive for a banned substance called phentermine. He tested positive, I think it was over a month before the fight started. And then
WB said it's like 3 Red Bulls. It's just like Mauricio Solomon said it's like 3 Red Bulls. It's nothing.
Yeah, well, I mean, a banned substance is you got to understand also a banned substance is different than a performance enhancer, right? What he took was something to help him lose weight. Now his
I don't
excuse,
give a
I don't
fuck. It's
buy it
still
at
advan-
all.
It's
It's
still an
cheating.
advantage.
Yeah, I don't
Cheats.
If a
buy it at all that
diuretic,
he. No, I
he
mean, I
said it
don't.
was
What I'm saying
tea.
is, I don't buy his excuse that he drank it in tea. Like, no, come on, that's silly. You took it because you needed to make
Yeah.
weight. That's why you took it. Um, but the rules that they went by were under WADA's, which are different than VADA's. VADA is just a testing agency. So WADA said you can use this stuff as long as you don't take it in competition. You're up, you can use it up to a day before if you need it. According to WADA's testing, that's where the confusion came in with a lot of people. So he took it weeks before. So it's only got a 20 hour half-life, I believe, from my research.
If he took
So
that, what's to say he didn't take other stuff? You know, like
That's my
we don't
point.
know. Yeah, we don't know.
But WBC Mauricio Solomon, he said, "Oh, it's just like three red balls. It's nothing.
three
I'm
red.
gonna let
You
him
should tell him he
fight."
said 3 red balls.
Yeah, so like
Hey,
I said, until they take it serious, I'm not going to. Like here's why this Glovegate thing for me I take serious because we all know the famous story from the 80s with Louis Resto and Billy
That's
Collins
my
where
favorite documentary.
they removed
Assault
padding, then
in the
they
Ring. If you guys
yeah.
haven't watched that, it's called Assault in the Ring. They do have it on YouTube somewhere. It's an HBO documentary.
Mhm.
Bristol and what was other guy's name?
Billy Collins.
Yeah, I've watched that fight like that documentary like at least 30 times.
Great
But
documentary. Yeah.
I when I don't have anything else to do, I watch that documentary. Like, it's the best.
I've
Yeah.
never
So
heard of
like
it. I
It's
might give
crazy.
it a watch.
yeah, so like I
You
was
see that
saying when that happened, right? Then the commissions they changed everything. Now they started to have glove inspectors that stay with fighters throughout the entire time that they're in the arena,
Yeah,
so
but
that they don't
he had
cheat.
he had
Plaster
padding
of
removed,
Paris
and
and
he
padding
had
removed.
he had plaster on his wraps too. Like,
Hmm.
they dipped his hands in plaster. Like, that was crazy.
And he was banned for life. Banned for life
Rightfully
after that.
so, because
Yeah.
the guy, his eyes were like, I mean, I think he lost vision. I don't know, but it drove him into a depression, and he ultimately pretty much committed suicide. So that
Yep.
was a bad story, but it's a great documentary called Assault in the Ring, and you can search it on YouTube. They do have it on YouTube.
Yeah. And we got to give boxing some credit because when that happened, again, they changed a lot of the rules. Now, again, each fighter is assigned a glove inspector that stays with them, watches them, whatever they're doing. And I know glove inspectors that work for California. They literally told me if the guy is there and he has to go take a piss,
Yeah,
I'm going with him.
yeah.
I'm right there with him to make sure that he's not doing nothing that while he's in there. That's my job. Before that wasn't a thing. They just trusted the guys would do the right thing and things happen. So at least we got to give them that. They changed a lot of things with after that Collins and Resto situation.
But his trainer, Panama
Panama Lewis, yeah.
come on, he was already known for like doing shady shit before that.
Yeah.
Hey, give me the bottle, the one I mixed. That's like a classic
Yeah.
line of come on.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Yeah.
And even Fury talked about how so he was warned not to drink any water while in Germany fighting Klitschko. He said that they were trying to drug him. They tried to cheat him with the gloves. So Fury said this himself. That Klitschko was trying to do that to him. It happens. My thing is when people dismiss it because of someone that they don't like. It's like, oh, he's just whining, complaining. But the same person that's being accused, like for Fury case, Wilder accused him. But the thing about it is he also accused someone. You know what I'm saying? So is he right? Did he have a legitimate claim that they were trying to cheat him?
I don't think he did. I'll be quite honest
Well,
with you. I think he's just saying that, to be quite honest with you.
Well, he said it, and he said he went home dehydrated. He said he's had from a very good source. Don't touch anything in the changing room or in the dressing room because something can absorb through him and make him fail a drug test and you know what I mean. And so he said
Oh, you there?
he.
You're going in and out, Checkmate.
Oh, I'm going. I thought Nika was going. I was like, oh, she's having a little technical difficulty. It was
No,
me.
don't
My
put that on
bad.
me, sir. I'm
Oops.
No, we
okay
can
over
hear
here.
you.
I'm
We can hear you
okay
now.
over
So again, I don't
I,
want to keep everybody here too long because the debate's not going to happen tonight. So again, this is just to get you guys warmed up for Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific. We will be getting it on then. All right. But I want to
yes,
ask you,
sir.
Nika. I don't know if I've ever heard your whole stance on this situation. What do you think about Fury Wilder and the glove gate issues and all this stuff? What is your opinion on it?
To be honest, I never dove into that stuff because I seen how like nasty it was getting online between people, and to me, it was not like I didn't want no parts of that. So I never like went in and like investigated all these videos and all the pictures and all this other stuff. It just wasn't my thing. It just was not my thing. Because like, look, what do you guys think about like people pretty much insinuating that Bernard Hopkins rubbed some some some
I
testosterone
made a
cream
video on it.
on.
I
But do
made a
you think
video
that he
on it.
really did that? I mean,
I
come
think
No,
that's
no,
on.
outrageous. That's
no,
I
no.
feel like
What?
outrageous.
that was a reach out of this world. That was a reach from, to me that was crazy. But
Okay,
That
but
that was
do
a
you
stretch
know?
Armstrong.
Okay,
yeah,
but
That's
do
what that was.
okay, but do you
I
know?
don't think that was he was rubbing any freaking
No, no.
testosterone cream on him. Like,
Listen,
come
but do
on.
you, it's not about whether he did it because I can't say he did it. I would never accuse him of doing it. What I did say, it's a possibility that he
I mean,
could do
anything's a
that.
possibility, but I
No, no,
feel
no,
like for
no.
people
But that my
for the coach to put that on his
Yeah.
social media to say, see, this is what
no,
and
no.
without
But
any
what they
proof
said.
of it is crazy.
Okay, but Barry Bonds was using
But
testosterone
that's
cream,
baseball. That's
right?
baseball. We're talking about boxing.
It's not. Testosterone cream is testosterone cream. I made a
Well,
video about it,
so
but
let's just go with what happened, right? We seen Hopkins
mhm,
touch him with his fingertips, right? I mean,
it was his
do you really
hand. It
think
was
that's
his whole
enough? You
hand.
really?
He was
I
rubbing
didn't
him
see
in the
his whole
small of
head,
his back like he
Oh,
was
he was
his
telling
and I
him,
didn't see him rub
girl.
him. I
don't
seen him
fall. It was just like,
touch him to say, "Don't fall off the stage,"
yeah.
right? But that little
No, he
bit of
was
okay,
rubbing it over his back.
let's just go with the theory. Let's just go with the theory real quick, right? You got testosterone cream on your fingers, right? You
Uh-huh.
think that's
Uh-huh.
enough to show up? If let's just say if he did, do you think that's enough to show up on a test? It's not. It's
Listen,
not.
who
It's not how it works, brother.
I don't know. I've never taken I don't do drugs. I don't, smoke. I don't, do any of that stuff. So I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have that stuff absorbed in my body. So I would have no idea. But I do know that they do have testosterone cream that Barry Bonds used. And you know what I mean? And so if they use it in baseball, I'm sure they use it in football. I'm sure they use it in basketball. I'm sure they use it in tennis and definitely use it in boxing. So
I mean, I think
it was
that's.
it
I
was
agree
just
with
a
Nike. I
fact.
think it's a reach. It's a reach. I'm sorry.
Well, one thing again is the fact is it possible? Do they have testosterone cream? Yes. It was that a concern for the coach? Yes. He said it was a concern. He didn't say he did it. He said he could have. You know what I mean? If he was trying to make, tank test pop dirty for something, you know what I mean? It's a possibility. I didn't say he did it, but have coaches and managers and
So what is your video about?
and
Is your video saying it's a possibility, or is your video saying that he did do it?
oh, you want me to show you? You want
I
to
would,
play it, GFunky?
yeah. You
It's up to you.
who
But let me
has
give a
it?
shout out to my guy, Coach Malachi from True Media Today USA
Okay.
Boxing with the $4.99 super chat. Let's give him a hand. All right. And my man Slight Tendencies earlier. Appreciate that. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, whenever you want to show your video, man, go right ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
paste it in the back channel so you can play it. Let's
no
see.
problem. Just put it there, man. And yeah, again, guys, we were gonna do the debate tonight. But my man Checkmate here says he's having some issues with his videos, so we're gonna give him a day.
He says he's having. Look at
Hey,
him
that's what you
casting
said.
doubt.
You know,
Listen,
he said, "Hey, it's fine with me. I'm
no, I
good. I'm good with
am.
doing it Sunday. So we'll wait. We'll wait for Sunday so you have all your evidence ready to go, and we'll go ahead and bury this theory. I'm gonna call Paul Bear. He's gonna come with the Undertaker, and we're gonna put this thing to bed once and for all, man. So yeah, whenever you post that in the private chat, we'll go ahead and put it up for you. But
right, I'm bringing it up now.
I don't see how that could even be like thought of to rub testosterone cream on Tank Davis. I feel like it's very overprotective of Tank, in my opinion. That's the way I see it. But hey, it is what it is, man. Let's see, $4.99. Oh, he's talking to Mr. Coach Malachi. No, we're not gonna do that. Nobody's broke. We're all good here. All right, we're all good. But yeah, I just again want to get you guys prepared for the debate, which is going to happen Sunday. This is a little press conference here with all of us. Again, for those of you that are just tuning in now, Nika will be the guest moderator. She's going to make sure no one gets show us that gavel again. Let's see it. There it is. She's ready to roll. Checkmate, you doing all right down there? I still haven't seen the link yet.
Yeah. 1 second.
Well, what did you think about that fight, Coach? Coach, Checkmate. I'm calling you Coach. What? What did you think about the fight?
The Tank fight?
Yeah.
Oh, it played out exactly like how I thought it would, except I thought they was going to carry Ryan out on the stretcher. I told GFunky that I just didn't think that Ryan was ready.
Ryan was going to be on the stretcher. He ain't put nobody else on the stretcher. Why Ryan?
I know, but I wanted him to be carried out like Wilder sent somebody out in the stretcher.
Like Ivan Redcatch when he got hit in the balls.
I mean, I think a majority of boxing fans that looked at the fight from a neutral standpoint, we all kind of knew Tank was the more skilled guy, the more seasoned guy going into the fight. Ryan still very young and still fights in a very amateur style. The one thing that he presented was danger because he does have legit knockout power in that left hook and he has legit speed. The problem is he doesn't utilize it correctly. And that's exactly why Tank was able to time his speed and hit him with good counter shots, like the straight left hand in the second round that put Ryan down, and then the counter body shot that ended the fight. So it's good to have these sort of things, but if you can't utilize them correctly, it's going to show, man. And Tank showed that. So, congratulations to Tank. I called that he would stop Ryan in the second half of the fight. And we just got past the second half of the fight. It was in round 7. So let's give Iceman a hand here for the $5. Appreciate you, my guy. Thank you so much for the support. Checkmate. We doing all right, brother. We're getting close here.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking for it. Brother. I'm looking for the tweet I sent out with it.
You don't really be on Twitter like that, or is just I'm not seeing your tweets anymore.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
You having some trouble, bro? You all right? I thought I heard him say something. Maybe it was just me. Maybe I'm listening to my kids in the background. When you got kids, you got one ear on one thing and then the other ear on them,
Well, so if they're quiet too long, they're doing something.
Then you get that whole, hey, what are you doing over there? And you hear nothing. No, something's going on.
But no, yeah, we'll talk about because I was actually gone for a few months. And I started migrating, making my way back probably about I guess maybe month and a half, 2 months ago. Just started coming back on regularly.
Well, how about we do this, man? Since it's a Friday night, and again, it's literally nighttime where Nika is, so we don't want to keep her here for no reason. Again, we're gonna do the real debate on Sunday, so Checkmate. I'll give you a chance to say anything you want to end this presser.
Presser, yeah.
And then we will see you on Sunday, man. And I hope that you wear a nice suit, all right? Nice crushed velvet suit with a tie, some cufflinks, all right? because we are going to end this thing Sunday. All right. So go ahead, man.
We're going to end it for all, and we're going to bury. Absolutely, we're going to bury Glovegate. And again, my whole thing is, what I'm going to present is going to show that, again, once a cheater, this is potentially always a cheater, and I'm going to show exactly why it wasn't. Well, I'm not going to give away what I was going to say, but I'm just going to prove the point that it's a highly possible that Fury cheated with his gloves. That's it.
Okay.
And what's your final thoughts your final statement for the presser GFunky box?
I was gonna go to you because I'm a gentleman. I was gonna let the ladies go first.
So I'm just everybody that's here now, we'll see you on Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, 4 p.m. Pacific time. We'll finally put this Glovegate to rest. So yeah, don't miss the action on Sunday. I will be here with my gavel. I'm ready to use it if people get out of line. I'm not scared to use it. So yeah, should be a good debate on Sunday.
Should be indeed. And I want to say this. I want to give a lot of respect to Checkmate for coming here, because when this thing was hot, all right, when this thing was a real topic out there, and everybody was, we had guys like Dante's Boxing Nation, Ego, Aki, these guys with over 100,000 subscribers were making videos about this left and right, getting, probably 1 million views at least a day on this topic of Fury cheating and things like that. Nobody wanted to come and speak to me about it, especially after I went and got a glove expert to come on and talk about it and all that good stuff. Nobody was willing to come here and talk to me about it. And that's fine, So I'm going to give Checkmate his respect for coming and willing to do this. I did call into Aki's show and annihilated him in front of his own audience. The guy looks silly as can be. And for those of you who have been subscribed to me for a while, you've probably seen that. Some of you were actually there when I called into his show and embarrassed him on this topic. So again, I want to give Checkmate a lot of credit for doing this, but come Sunday, this is what's coming for you, my man, right here.
Like I said, it's you want to get some get back.
He's coming. He's coming. All right. That guy's coming right
You
there.
want to get some get back because of Tank. Listen, GFunky want to get some comeback because remember, you told me that Ryan was going to be the fastest person Tank ever fought, the hardest hitting person Tank ever, the most talented person Tank ever fought.
I still
you
believe
told
that.
me all of this, and what did I say?
I still believe that.
But what did I tell you? Okay, but what did I say? I said no. I said he's got potential. It's just unrealized. He hasn't been through the fire. He hasn't tested, fought top talent to even. He's not on Tank's level. Tank is elite. He's not. So, and I said he's going to knock him out. And the easy. What is it? Ezra. I've been trying to catch up with Ezra. I wanted to, because he was on here. Ezra, remember he chimed in the conversation on your channel.
He
was saying he was adamant. Oh, Tank's going down. This is the best he ever faced.
Yeah, he picked Ryan. Yeah. I agreed with a lot of his points, and I still do believe that Ryan is the guy with the best speed and power that Tank has ever faced to this point. The problem is, again, he didn't have the skills to utilize it in the correct way to beat Tank Davis. But yeah, once again, don't be ready, man. This guy's coming for you. You see him right there? You see him right there, man? He's ready. Okay?
Yeah.
And the bells are tolling already. Okay.
I don't know. If you ask me, it looked like you laying in a coffin already. I'm just saying.
He's coming.
I was about to put some flowers on your chest.
When you hear those bells, man, you hear those bells, it's gonna be rough on you. All right. So I'm just gonna let you know right now. But again, respect to you, man, for coming on, standing on your square, providing what you feel is evidence. And again, we'll examine it and we'll let the chat and everybody decide from there. So thank you both for your time.
Sunday.
And Yes, thank you all for being here in the chat. We're gonna do it Sunday, guys. Okay, we're gonna let Checkmate get all this stuff together so that he can present the best case possible. So we will see you guys Sunday afternoon or night, depending on where you're at, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Thank you, guys. We'll see you then.